decided to answer them.
Soda? In charge of the Minutemen, ain't you?
Calling the radio and requesting backup?
No, I did while you waste your time. Bring it!
I can't believe it. You killed the raiders. All of them. I have to ask, why?
They don't deserve to live.
Can't argue with that. I'm left with a question that I don't know the answer to. What happens next?
What do you want to happen?
I think we should keep this place going, like the way it used to be. Thank you. Sincerely, from all of us. Thank you. Wherever the road takes you, know that you'll always be welcomed back here in Nuka-World. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to figure out a way to safely remove these collars.
As you get older, you start to realize that there are important and unimportant things in life, and sometimes certain things take priority in your efforts. One of said important things is Space Mountain. Oh yes, to fly the stars in a shoddily taped together metal carnival ride inside a concrete box is one of the few surreal pleasures in life. For this is the closest thing I will get to interstellar travel and the colonization of the cosmos due to modern society's total collapse of innovation rooted in the hopeless enslavement to the petrodollar. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Galaxy Land, wonderful. Now, this area of the DLC is quite interesting. There is a lot to see, but keep in mind it's pretty hostile. There are a lot of robots here, all of which are aggressive because the Nuka Corporation had a business deal with Robco, and somewhere in the mix there was a mandatory scorched earth military protocol because capitalism inspires innovation. Anyway, located near the center of the park is Spaceport Nuka. I think that's what it's called. If not, I don't care. And this houses Galaxyland's power, which arbitrarily comes in the form of 30 Star Core circuit boards, which are plugged into a massive analog computer. Most of the Star Cores are located in Galaxyland itself, but there are quite a few in the other sections as well as outside the park entirely, like for example in the junkyard with the Hubologists. More on that later, but anyway, you need 20 to restore partial/basic functionality and 30 to open the display. 20 will allow you to shut down the hostile robot protocol, and 30 will allow you to open the display with the experimental XO1 suit you saw on the entrance right here. This so happens to be probably the best suit of power armor in the game. Don't worry, Johnny has no intention on leaving that behind. We will come back to that shortly. For the time being, we need 20 Star Cores, of course, to shut down the robots, like I said. So we are going to start with Vault-Tec Among the Stars. Now, there's a good chunk of lore in this location. First, you enter and you move through a linear narrated exhibit describing Vault-Tec's idea of interstellar colonization via modular subsurface vaults. Neat. Actually, quite a viable idea IRL on a side note. Anyway, we are shown a model of the surface of an alien planet.
Arcturus Prime, a frontier colony in the year 2291. Baked by the unrelenting sun, life on the surface of this remote, desolate world is all but impossible.
Then a model vault built just for this exhibit.
But life is possible underground. Welcome to Vault-Tec's colony Arcturus. Welcome home. With Vault-Tec's modular construction techniques, new colonies can be established on almost any world in a matter of weeks.
Inside we see the atrium, which at one point would have been lush, and then we go to the living accommodations.
Step into your spacious private suite, equipped with all the comforts of home.
Seems nice at a surface level, but did you notice Johnny nearly having a stroke on the way into the vault? Those scanners looked a bit strange. Luckily, Johnny Aluminum Arm is nearly brain dead as it is, so any additional loss of gray matter makes no difference. As we continue through the model vault, we see the model hydroponics and science labs. Similar to actual Disneyland, we are sprayed with a toxic mystery substance laced with pheromones and probably some kind of amphetamine upon entering this part of the exhibit. My lawyer has informed me to state that this is in fact a joke, pure satire. Please, Disney, don't send Sokka ninjas after me. If you haven't guessed, this is Vault-Tec, so that means there's some weird evil stuff going on in the background with this exhibit. If we break into the observatory, which is referenced in a few tapes and employee recordings, we can find detailed logs of various experiment protocols that were being run on the guests visiting Vault-Tec Among the Stars. These range from frequency/radiation emitters, like the ones we walked past entering, and pheromone/toxic spray, which was marketed as an immersive element. We walked past this in the hydroponics. These caused both low-level employees and guests to become either lost, delusional, violent, all depending on what level of protocol was being run. It got to the point where the scientists running the experiment grew really concerned, and some of the reactions that they were getting from the subjects forced them to stop running said experiments for a while to not raise suspicions. Least evil Vault-Tec activity. But anyway, there were indeed a few more Star Cores in here, so we made some progress. There are a few more Star Cores outside in the main area, but now it's time to clear out Space Mountain. Oh yes, this is legit one of the coolest parts of the DLC, if not the whole game. But I might be partially biased because I really enjoy roller coasters, especially themed ones. Inside is a lot of robots, it's quite dangerous, but you can legit follow the whole coaster track and see all of the theming, which is pretty well preserved from the bombs for having been built indoors. So Nuka Galaxy also has a neat little theater. Do not enter this place without first disabling the military protocol on the robots, because holy sh**, Sentry bot, but that's just my recommendation, of course. There are a few more star cores here as well, and not much else besides the theming and the potential scrap from the robots. Hey, remember that cool shiny blue Exo 1 suit of armor that takes 30 star cores to get? Well, it actually takes 0. 0, yes, none. It only costs a single power armor frame. So Bethesda put this really useful mobility feature into Fallout 4, and it only requires a suit of power armor. Any suit, even a frame. It enables osmosis on the player, and just like a cell wall, you can phase right through. Boom! Now we just take our nice shiny blue god suit and osmos back out, and it's ours. Man, Bethesda is so cool and innovative for having multiple paths for players to choose in their games. Okay, that's done. Now it's time to sate Johnny's dark craving for corn syrup. Right, so the radioactive corn syrup factory. This is where Nuka-Cola bottles and distributes Nuka-Cola regionally and to the park. It's also the location of Project Cobalt. To refresh your memory, Project Cobalt is a top secret project that's been subtly hinted and talked about throughout the DLC. To sum things up, Nuka-Cola had beverage engineers, that would create Nuka-Cola formulas and anything related to such matters. Of course, they also double as nuclear physicists. Because the soda used radioactive isotopes, of course, because why the hell not? So Nuka-Cola and the founder made a deal with the US military to have the beverageers develop experimental weaponry for the war in exchange for money and blueprints for an immortality machine, which I'll explain that later because it ties in with the Cappy in a Haystack quest. The factory itself is littered with skeletons and terminals, but it's also a lovely little dark water ride with miniatures. That aside, we can push deeper and uncover troves of corn syrup. Ugh. And such very delicious. We also can find the Nuka-Cola Quantum bottling machine, and an entire crate of Quantum, I'm not joking. Pretty solid haul, not gonna lie. This is the source. In this same room, there's an entrance to the Beverager laboratory, but we need to restore power to Nuka-World first before we can access this. And that puts us right back on the Cappy in the Haystack quest. We can talk to the crazy lady once we have found them all.
I found all the hidden Cappies. Each one had a letter?
Great. Let me take a look at these letters. Well, anyone who stared at Nuka-Cola merchandise as long as I have would get this one pretty fast. The letters definitely spell refreshing. It's simpler than I was expecting.
Well, damn. I was sure the letters spelled fresh ginger. That stuff is great in hot tea with honey, lemon, a little brandy, a lot of brandy.
This door should lead to Brad Burton's office, but it's locked up tight. The keypad is the only way to open it. I guess we just need to key in the 10 numbers that correspond to the word refreshing. You did all the work looking for the hidden Cappies, so you should be the one who gets to enter the code.
And enter the most cliche code in existence to access the founder's office. There's a holotape in a safe with a ton of lore. The tape is like 10 minutes long, so I'm not gonna play it all, I'm just gonna summarize it for you. Founder of Nuka-Cola is talking with a US military general about Project Cobalt and the immortality machine, and eventually sealed the deal, authorizing them to use his beverageers, like I said earlier. Anyway, there's a button cleverly hidden in plain sight that opens the elevator behind a bookshelf.
Look at that! Mr. Brad Burton, you were one sneaky devil.
Totally cliche, and it leads to a small secret vault. Similar to the Disney World tunnels, there is a disembodied head of the company's founder kept alive with Project Cobalt's immortality machine. He's been sitting here in agonizing solitary for hundreds of years. Oh, and the finger of the monkey's paw curls.
Wow!
Who are you? I haven't seen a real human face in so long. I had given up all hope.
Oh my God! It's alive! He's alive! My name's Sierra, sir. I'm your biggest admirer. I love Nuka-Cola more than anything. This is such an honor.
You there, with the pit boy. What are you doing here?
We used the contest code to get in. What the hell happened to you?
I made a devil's bargain, though I didn't know it at the This was General Braxton's plan all along. Damn the man. He called it Project Cobalt. In exchange for my weapon design, he would give me access to life-extending technology. I'm such a fool for taking him at his word. He never told me that this would be the price.
Smart enough to invent Nuka-Cola, but you still fell for that?
Yes, make your jokes. But I've still accomplished 10 times more in a single lifetime than anyone I've met, including you.
A weapon? I don't believe it. Why would the genius who brought so much joy to the world want to make something destructive?
Genius is restless, madam. It must expand, seek new challenges, and explore new frontiers. So yes, a weapon. It was going to be a quantum-enhanced variant of the standard portable tactical warhead. In fact, the prototypes are stored in this very chamber. You can have them on one condition. I want you to shut off the power to this machine that's keeping me alive. I want to die.
What? No!
Come on, you're a disembodied head trapped in a vault. You've got so much to live for.
Despite your obvious sarcasm, you clearly recognize my situation for the living hell that it is.
You can't kill him. He's a great man. He invented Nuka-Cola, the best thing in the world.
Lady, you don't know what a torment it is. Being trapped here alone and staring at the same wall, decade after decade. Now please shut up while I talk to your more rational friend here. I realize that what I'm asking isn't easy, but there's something in it for you. When the power is cut, the door to the prototype storage room will open automatically. Take anything you want. I don't care anymore. Just please, set me free at last. I can't bear this loneliness any longer.
Wait. I have an idea. Mr. Bradburden wants to die because he's lonely, right? Well, maybe I could stay with him, you know? Keep him company, give him someone to talk to. He's like a hero to me.
You can opt to listen to him and honor his request to kill him, or damn him to a fate worse than hell itself by forcing him to live with his biggest fanatic until the end of time.
Finally. Free at last.
Honoring his request will grant you an experimental Nuka Fat Man launcher with ammunition and other various items, or you get a jumpsuit.
I know, but I have something else that I can offer you instead. At least hear me out. I've got a limited edition Nuka-Cola jumpsuit.
A Nuka-Cola jumpsuit.
I'm
Yep, just the
in that
jumpsuit.
room.
Either choice completes the quest. There's also a terminal behind here with some good lore detailing Project Cobalt and the progress in building the immortality machine. It was originally supposed to be like a power armor suit, so he could essentially be Atom Smasher, but the tech the military gave him was still very early stage and required huge amounts of power to function, forcing him to get his head surgically separated and put into a Futurama head jar. Ah yes, American business practices. Okay, let's turn on the power, shall we? The power plant is to the west side of the map and contains ghouls and a set of power armor. Not really much else to see here. Once you get to the roof, you can punch the power button, but only if you have completed the Raider quest line or open season, or else it'll just be gated. We wait till dusk and watch the magical Disney fireworks. Yay, a dream come true, so magical. Anyway, lab. Okay, now we can open the Beveragier laboratory in the factory. It has living quarters and a common area for the scientists, so it seems they would live here for long periods of work. It has a designated reactor as well. We can open the computer and find notes from the head scientist detailing the creation of the quantum isotope. This is the same isotope used in Nuka-Cola Quantum and the Project Cobalt weapons. We can find various skeletons with audio tapes detailing what happened to the scientists. These tapes were recorded after the bombs fell, so they were still working after the Grey War started. The lead scientist was not even fazed by the bombs and just continued to work as normal and forced everyone else to follow along. another offed himself, as you can see here, and this scientist had some conflict with the lead and was attempting to leave after his behavior had teetered on insanity. She was shot for trying to leave, and we can see her remains here, just as detailed in the holotape. The lead scientist could be found in the weapon range, along with a note exclaiming that Project Cobalt had in fact been completed. You can find the files for Project Cobalt on this table, unlocking various quantum crafting recipes. I'm not sure what happened to the fourth guy. Anyway, let's ride Space Mountain. After restoring power to Nuka-World, all the parks will spring to life, including the rides. In classic Bethesda fashion, of course, only 2 of the rides are rideable: Space Mountain and the Ferris wheel. They're the ones I guess you can kind of stand on, but most of the time they just slam into you and kill you. There are also some nice decorations that now work. Anyway, let's enjoy the ride.
Fuel up with Nuka-Cola Quantum and prepare to blast off for adventure in the Nuka Galaxy. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Keep hands and feet inside the car at all times. Nuka-World is not responsible for lost change, items, and/or limbs. This is airlock 3. Cadets, you are clear for departure.
Fire thrusters! Quantum speed! Asteroid! Look out! Whoa! Careful! Nice flying, cadets! Ambush! Dive! 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 Open fire! Defend the colony! Keep going! Push them back! Lock in for pursuit! Blast up! Ready, fire! Look out! Keep it up! They're retreating! We did it! Nice work, cadets! Let's head home!
Identify yourself.
Welcome back, cadets.
Oh, you think we're done? Not quite. There is one minor quest that is worth mentioning first. On the southeast of the map, you can find the Hubologists. You can get this marker from some random dialogue from the people inside Nuka-World, similar to how Diamond City guards work, or you can just explore the outside parts of Nuka-World. Yes, I know there's a shovel museum. Yes, I know there's a haunted house, but both are lame. You're not missing much. I'm getting sidetracked. Right, Hubology. You ever heard of Scientology? You know, the weird science fiction rich person money laundering cult, the one Tom Cruise is a high-ranking member of, who also so happens to own a prison compound on his property for interrogating people for the church. Well, Hubology is actually pretty similar. You can start the quest line by talking with their leader here. She will tell you they need a mercenary to collect spacesuits from the Galactic Zone for an upcoming battle. You get 5 suits for them, and you'll be offered a job to help them clear out the junkyard, which houses a carnival UFO ride, which they think is a spaceship for their prophecy that will deliver them to their god's planet.
Why do you want to fix that spaceship?
It will carry us to our new home. More than that, I cannot tell you. You have not progressed far enough in your treatments.
The spaceship is just a carnival ride. You can't make it fly.
The Star Father has promised me that it will work.
I'll be glad to help.
I am the Rim.
After, you will be asked to help them again with getting the UFO ride working. Okay, let's pause for a second and get off the script. Do not put more than 3 fusion cores in the machine. It gives you the option to put 4 in there. Don't do it. Only put 3 in there. 4 will kill everyone and block any progression with Hubology. I accidentally hard-locked myself because I did not make a hard save, and the only save I had before spinning them to death was 10 hours prior. So here we are on my test character from my next mod pack, which I won't spoil, by the way. If you only put 3 cores in, then you can continue with the Hubologists. Only 3, remember. They have this machine called the Zeta Aligner, which they use on on their members to eliminate things called neurodynes from their brains, which are like negative brain matter that makes you dumb, I think. But for each alignment, you increase your rank in Hubology, similar to IRL Scientology, where the only way to get a higher rank in the church and access more information on the religion is to keep donating exponential amounts of money. Same with Hubology. Upon getting an alignment, you will be dosed with radiation. But if you look at your character stats, your intelligence stat will have increased by 1. I have no buffs at all. My intelligence has risen to 8. We can get 8 alignments in total and achieve a rank of 8 within Hubology. And with each one, you unlock a new dialogue revealing more insane lore about Hubology. Each alignment will also exponentially increase your intelligence, rising from 10, 20, all the way up over 40. And this is permanent, and it will stack with other buffs, by the way, so you can get theoretically close to 100 intelligence. Also, on a side note, the Hubology leader will give you an alien blaster as a reward.
I promised you a payment. This gun was passed down from the Hub himself. Take great care with it.
That with the Zeta aligner and the reference to alien tech raises a lot of questions, but actually some legitimacy to their cult. Hubology all the way, man. All hail the Hub. Now, but seriously, look into this quest. It's funny and fascinating. A little gem in this heap. Oh yes, Nuka-World is saved. The Commonwealth is saved. Johnny Aluminum Arm is full of corn syrup. After saving the entire world, Johnny was of course frolicking through the theme park as he likes to do, but tragically got hit by one of the flying cola bottle cars on the carousel, instantly killing him forever. This is where Johnny's story ends. May he rest forever in our hearts. Okay, now the video's ended. Or almost. Thank you so much for watching. I love all you guys. I appreciate you watching this. Please go ahead and leave a comment, talk with each other, talk with me, ask questions, show this video a little bit of love and engagement. I want to spread the chaos that is Johnny Aluminum Arm to the world. Stay tuned for some more mod packs, mods, and videos and whatnot. If that is something you enjoy, please subscribe. I need help. Please, I'm desperate.
You will subscribe. You will do it. Press the button now. Please, all I ask is you just press the button.